and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be discussing tips for the removal and replacement of the spark plugs and coils on this 2025 Toyota Camry Hybrid with the 2.5 liter engine. If you find my tips to be helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment. Now let's get started. This is an inline 4-cylinder engine, and the coils and spark plugs are located right along the top of the engine. So you have coils 2, 3, 4, and beneath each of the coils we have our spark plugs. Okay? Symptoms associated with faulty plugs or coils include a misfire, a rough idle, and the check engine light with trouble codes P0301, P0302, P0303, and P0304. So you might ask, what does this part do? Well, the coils transforms battery voltage to a much higher voltage for the spark plugs, and the spark plugs ignite the fuel mixture. So let's quickly go over our supply list. Our supply list includes an 8mm socket with a small ratchet, and you'll need a 9/16 inch socket to remove the spark plugs with associated extension and ratchet. And you'll also need a new set of spark plugs and coils if you have a high mileage vehicle. So let's go ahead and move forward with the removal and replacement of spark plugs and coils. For demonstration purposes, we'll be removing coil and spark plug at this location. Got our 8mm socket. Loosen up that bolt right there. Okay. Next, we'll loosen the electrical connector. And a lot of times you have dust in these, okay? So what we're gonna do is push towards the coil and then pull away. All right, so press down right here on the back, push towards and pull away, just like that, okay? Now very carefully, you're gonna lift straight up, and there you have it. That's your coil. And I like to inspect my coils as soon as I take them out of the vehicle. And so you have your 3-pin connectors here. You see they're nice and straight. That's what you want to see. Right here, this area should be very flat and they're slightly concave. It should not be swollen at all. If it's swollen, that means this is not working properly, okay? Let's move downward. We have our dust cover. You want to check to make sure that's in place. Here's your stem. And then inside you have your electrical pickup, and it looks like a spring. Okay, so look straight down there. And what you're checking for is to make sure that there's no corrosion. Okay, if there's corrosion in there, you'll want to get rid of this coil. All right, now we can set this aside. Now we're gonna take our 9/16 inch spark plug socket and remove the spark plug. I already had it loose for demonstration purposes. Okay, so turn it maybe 10 times. And then you can feel it kind of rise and fall, rise and fall. Now you can take your coil, go back in, very gently, press down. You can pick up the end of that spark plug. Carefully pull out the spark plug, just like that. And there you have it, that's your spark plug. I'm not gonna talk a lot about spark plugs. There's a lot of videos on spark plugs, but I'll just go over some basic items here. One thing I want you to note that this has an iridium tip spark plug, and it's actually, if you look closely, you can see there's a double tip there. So this is extremely high quality spark plug, okay? I see a little bit of rust here, so this plug would benefit from a little bit of anti-seize. Okay, moving up, To this side here, you can see that this is the porcelain insulator, and this should not have any cracks at all, and this one doesn't. If I was installing this spark plug for the very first time, what I'd want to do is apply a light coat of dielectric grease. There's two reasons for this. One, if you apply grease to the insulator, it'll highlight any cracks that may be in the insulator, and if there are any cracks, you want to throw the plug out. Secondly, by having a light coat of dielectric grease on here, it minimizes any damage that may happen if the porcelain insulator overheats and cracks. It'll minimize damage to the more expensive coil, okay? Lastly, I just want to say that I will have the gap measurement on screen, so check out your screen right now and you'll see the gap, and also the preferred feeler or gap measurement gauge, which is a flat gauge. You don't want to use other gauges. I find that the flat gauges work the best and they're less likely to damage these iridium tips. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these plugs and coils reinstalled. Get that installed nice and snug. Go ahead and check out your screen and you can see the torque setting for this plug. There you go. Next, go ahead and get this coil reinstalled. Carefully slide it in. And you want to press down right in the middle and make sure that that dust cover is in place, okay? Find your screw, slide it in the hole, get it started. Find your small ratchet. Okay, it just has to be snug. Next, we're going to take a look at our electrical connector. Make sure that that rubber gasket is not deformed and it's in place. Look at these electrical connectors. They look nice and straight. Slide the connector in place and listen for the click. There you go. Well, folks, there you have it. This concludes our video on the removal and replacement of the coils and spark plugs on this 2025 Toyota Camry Hybrid with the 2.5 liter engine. I hope you found my tips to be helpful. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, drive defensively.